It remains one of history's most shameful events, the systematic murder of Jews by the Nazis in World War II. Some 6 million men, women and children died in the Holocaust, most in places like Auschwitz-Birkenau. On the 27th of January 1945, that camp was liberated. Well, the date became an occasion to pause to remember all those who died. And today, 71 years on, commemorations have been taking place all over the world, including at Auschwitz. The events are as much to ensure that lessons of the past are learned, and at hundreds of schools around Britain, one survivor has been instilling that message in the generations of tomorrow. Simon Weigar spent the day with them.
1,596 for Rudy Oppenheimer.
I encountered a stranger in a bunk bed who told me my mum had died. We were very upset as a family. We never said goodbye to her. All her belongings had been stolen.
And he wasn't just talking to Pimlico Academy, but another 400 schools which had logged in to the webcast.
Well, I think we still haven't learned the lesson of it. And of course, there are always new youngsters coming up who should hear it. And then hopefully, when they're older, do something about it.
Rudy is on the left here with his brother Paul. As the Nazis swept across Europe, they were pushed around the continent.
And that's where the Germans and Nazis were marching.
Their final stop was the living hell of Bergen-Belsen. Rudy, his brother and his sister survived, but their parents did not. For children today, he is living history.
He's gone through so much and he continues to carry himself and spread his message throughout hundreds of schools.
It's a more valuable insight in that we're not simply learning off a textbook. We are getting a different perspective, I guess.
Bergen-Belsen was the concentration camp liberated by British soldiers. Last summer, the Queen was able to fulfil a long-held wish to visit, and one of the people she met was Rudy Oppenheimer. He still has many more school talks in him and says the current Syrian crisis proves that the lessons of history have not been learnt.
Well, that I feel, it upsets me really, because they lose their education, they suffer a lot, and of course they haven't done it. And now that I'm older as well, they didn't ask to be born, now that I know how people are born. So I feel it's just like me.
Well, we always say we will never forget, but you're worried that people will forget what happened.
Well, I think people not only will, they have forgotten.
Rudy is 84, but his mission is not complete. He believes his wartime generation still has unfinished work with those that have followed. Simon Weigar, 5 News.